Um, what made you like? What did you do before joining Web3 or before discovering um, blockchain in general?
So I used to be, I worked in Annapurna Labs, which was then sold to AWS. I was always an embedded engineer. I was always a low-level guy. Uh, I was part of the Graviton processor. There was a team that, like, the first Graviton 2 that launched Linux did it right next to me on my table. And then at some point, some friend posted a Facebook message about. I, and what I like to say is, I didn't know anything about crypto except that I don't like Bitcoin. And then some friend posted on Facebook a message about Ethereum is going to move from proof of work to proof of stake, and I thought Ethereum is a name I kind of recognize, and like it's going to be more environmental, and that's like the thing I didn't like about Bitcoin. That sounds interesting. And 6 months later, I was, all in podcasts and like reading reading code through the night and like reading smart contracts and trying to understand everything. And I remember a night specifically where like waiting for everyone to fall asleep so I can go and read code. And I was like, I need to go work in crypto. And that's like, and that's where I joined Offchain Labs about 4 years ago. I joined Offchain Labs just as they launched mainnet Arbitrum One.
That's awesome. I think it's a good advice for our developers here as well, as many of them are just like joining now or getting to know the ecosystem better. So you already started explaining about it, but how did you start in the ecosystem? What did you do in Off-Chain Labs? If you want to expand a little bit on that.
So when I joined Offchain Labs, I had one thing that I was a little worried about, and this is, as I said, I knew that I was joining just as they are launching just as they removed so they had like a beta, a whitelisted Arbitrum One live on Ethereum. And just as they removed their whitelist, like actually opening it up to the entire public, this is when I joined. And I knew that they're, they're going to do this. And I was a little worried. I was like, so what will I have to do? Like, will it all be maintenance work? And about 3 weeks after I joined, we had an amazing engineer called Lee that did like a small experiment on the weekend, and the result of the experiment was successful. And a few weeks after I joined, I remember a meeting with Lee and Harry, the CTO and one of the co-creators, and we're like, okay, we're going to build everything from scratch better, and this will be called Nitro. And that's how I got to be on Nitro on the very, very first days. Um, yeah, and now I've been there for 4 years, so I'm the yeah, so I'm the one that knows how this system was built from the bottom up. I wrote I even wrote the one-step proof smart contracts, and but mostly Rust and Go, like the down the code down there.
Okay, that's awesome. So it takes me to the next question, but what is your, let's say, what's your favorite thing in what you do or in what you're doing right now, at least?
My favorite thing is I'm working with very smart people. I'm 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 working with people that. Okay, so I've worked with smart people in the past, right? There are smart people in AWS. There are smart people everywhere. Uh, Smart people tend to be people that are hard to work with. And currently, I work with people who are very smart and very easy to work with, and are very much about fundamentals. And like I think that crypto has a few different companies. Some care very much about the fundamentals, and some care very, very little. And I I'm happy to be in a company that does care about those, about building things right, about having things proven from day one, and putting emphasis on building stuff and not on hype. And yeah, and I love being with a bunch of people that are very smart, that are all working on like work with research people, and they're all working on like things that are happening right now, right on the edge of technology, and you're sitting and having conversations with them. And I was often awestruck by like how smart are the people I'm working with, and how easy it is to work with them. Like I will talk to them, and they will say something like, yeah, but, and they will say something very smart, and I'll say, yeah, but, and I will have a small addition, and and they will pick it up immediately and just run with it if it's good. Not always, not always my ideas are good, but when they are, they get treated as such, and I love it.
Awesome. So, do you have any tips that you think this is the right place to share with developers, or say more specifically Web3 developers who are starting or trying to get to the next stage?
Uh, I I think, I don't know. Look at fundamentals. Really, it's find the people that believe in the technology, because you need to be in a. You will have people doing unreasonable things. There is a lot of, in this industry. You will find many people and many bodies that are willing to do things that they shouldn't. And I'm not talking like breaking the law. I'm talking making shortcuts that we're sitting on billions of dollars. We need to have a sense of responsibility, and uh, find the places that really care about decentralization. Find the places that really care about making things done right and securely. And it doesn't mean that everyone must agree with them, um, but that they believe in what they do, and uh, and and attach yourself to those people.
That's awesome. By the way, there is a question from the audience. Um, let's bring him up to the stage as well. Hey, Ariel, I think you can
Hello.
open your mic. Feel free to.
Sorry. Okay, so first of all, it was a great presentation, and I wanted to ask you. I'm a new developer, and I want to, and as we look at the ecosystem of blockchain, we have so many paths to take. So, what is your advice about what to learn, if it's Solidity or Rust or whatever other language or something like that?
So I think that if you want to write smart contracts, Solidity is the leader. Like even if you want to use Stylus, you should know Solidity. I just to interact with other smart contracts, just to understand just to understand the environment. And there is so much to read. There are so many fascinating smart contracts to read. Like um, I forgot the name. I'm blanking out. But like there are AMMs. Just understanding how things work is very interesting. Um, I think find the thing. It's a cliche, right? Find the thing that you like, and then find someone that will pay you to do it. I don't know enough about the industry to tell you where there is money and where there is more work. But I keep always believing that really knowing how things work deep down, right? Like be the Solidity the developer that knows what are function selectors, and like and how they work, and what it means, and how you can save a few gas by using this instead of that, and 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 be the Solidity developer that's better than an LLM, basically.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Ariel. Um, I wanted to ask one last question, which is mostly what would you recommend avoiding and mistakes that you know are common in the field or yeah.
I will sound like a broken record. Avoid hype. Like,
Avoid hype.
yeah, there is. I mean, as a developer, okay, as a businessman, hype all the way. I don't. I'm not in a place to give financial advice. As a developer, find the like, ask why, ask why is it better. Like so many, I see so many projects that collapse under a simple why, or why is it better, or like when people say we prove this, do they prove this? Like, is it actually working? Is the technology that they are referring to actually exist, or is it some daydream about something that they think, or sometimes people will make claims about things that they are actually developing. That's good. There are many people that are actually developing useful things that are not ready yet and are already talking about them. That's okay. But like, yeah, don't go for like the places that do, I don't know, LLM, AI, NFTs, that like it's very easy to throw in a bunch of buzzwords and make something sound almost and maybe get some money, but it's very easy for those places to be closed.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's some great advice. Um, so I think that's it. That's most of my questions that I've prepared at least. If anyone from the audience wants to still ask one or two last questions, as long as we still have some of Tsahi's time, this is the time. If not, Tsahi, if you have anything else you would like to add or finish with,
Uh, we're hiring, as I said. There are many places available. Like just check Offchain Labs or Arbitrum, and you will see. Um, Good luck, have fun, and I don't know.
awesome.
And thank you for having me.
So thank you so much, Tsahi, and thank you to all the participants who has joined us today. Please help us grow and follow us on X and other social media. We will really appreciate it. And see you at the next meetup on September 3rd. We're gonna host Kugan Brennan, the Tech and Education and Developer Relations at Polygon. So all the details will be available through our website on web3devs.org and also on our Luma and Meetup pages. If you want to take active part in the community or speak in one of our next events, please let us know and reach out through our Telegram or website. Um, and for those listening to us on the first time, we are the Web3 Developers Underground. We're all about technical content, open source, no shilling, and uh, and all done by devs, by builders, for builders. And thank you again, Tsahi.